What's up YouTube, it's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I made wholesaling real estate. So let's say you're a beginner wholesaler or you got a few deals under your belt. Hopefully this video would teach you how to avoid these certain mistakes that I made in my business. So if you find value in it, let's say after watching this video, you have a new perspective on how to approach a seller, how to approach a deal. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and then comment down below if you are running into some common mistakes in your business, because I usually reply to all comments and I'll answer it as best as I can. One way to support this channel, of course, is just by liking, just smashing that like button and just taking a look at the different resources that you can use in your wholesaling business are a couple of ways to support this channel. So let's start. So I just want to start off by just, laying out the whole story for you all. So essentially what happened was I got a deal. Actually, a friend brought me a deal. I thought the numbers looked right and everything. We put it under contract, right? And this house was very distressed. I actually still own this house. So Lord willing, everything closes pretty soon and I can get this house out of my hands and different things like that. So basically we got this deal. I looked at the property, and just during this deal, I feel like I was over promising a little bit too much for this deal to the seller. And so one of the biggest mistakes I made is just not over promising, because it's better to under promise, over deliver. So even though I overpromised, I did meet all my promises with the seller, because what happened with this deal, the numbers just didn't work out. There's just some complications between me and the seller and the buyer, title company communications on my end that I made mistakes on, and different other parties. But hey, we're working through this, we're learning from our mistakes and different things like that. And my buyer ended up backing out of the deal. He never dealt with a wholesaler before, and there were communication issues and different things like that. And so the deal fell through. And so since I overpromised so much, I ended up taking a good chunk of cash of my own money, just money probably that I made from the business wholesaling real estate, and I bought the property myself because I overpromised so much to the seller. I was like, okay, for sure, we are closing next week. We had the title company information, we have your information at the title company and different things like that. I should have been more upfront, say, hey, right now we do have everything in the title company, but this is a crazy time, we're living in a pandemic and different things like that. I should have approached it more that way, because if I did, I could have backed out of the deal and not buy the house myself, because that tied up a lot of money while I was wholesaling real estate, right? But the Lord is good. He still blessed me to make money in other areas of my life and even wholesaling houses. So essentially, I got this house. I bought the property myself because I felt like I had to be a man of my word. And since I overpromised, Matthew, you have to deliver. And so I delivered. I bought the property myself, used my own cash with my friend that I'm helping learn this business. He was trying to learn this business. He was great during this process, just patient, because I made so many mistakes, but he was totally chill about it. He never shamed me or come on, I thought we were closing next week and different things like that. He was very patient. So all props to him. And he's just learning from the business too, learning how I dealt with it and how I always preach, you have to be a man, a woman of your word. So if you tell a seller, hey, I'm going to buy your property, I'm going to take care of it, you have to do it. And so that's what I did. I should have approached it the way I usually approach my deals. I essentially tell them, hey, I'm wholesaling. I'm not buying your property. I have investors who are interested in this property. I'm going to show them the property. If they are, we'll go forward with the deal. If not, boom. And I was telling them that in a way, but I was just keep on promising, hey, no worry. And they were packing and everything. They brought a U-Haul, and I just couldn't tell them, hey, we're not going to close on the deal. Maybe looking back, I could have done that. Something in my spirit just wasn't going to let that happen. I did that. I bought the property, and I had a few buyers back out because the property is you all seen the property before. I showed it on this channel before, but the roof is in shambles, a bunch of water damage and different things like that, and it just needs a ton of work. I ended up listing it on the market just using this free software. Well, that's not free, but this website that I can list property, that it goes on the MLS and all these other websites like Zillow, Realtor, Redfin for a small fee. It has more eyeballs on it. Realtors are coming to me, individual buyers are coming to me, and then yeah, that's essentially what happened. That's what I did, and you know, things are progressing with it. I don't want to count it until I actually have the check deposited in my bank account. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If anything changes, I'll keep you all updated. So I want you all to learn, number one, really look at the condition of the property and your numbers, because I could have got the property so much more lower, I think, because of the condition of the property. I did get it lower originally from what the seller was asking, but I could have got it lower, and I should have. If they didn't want to get it that low, oh well, I would have moved on, have less stress in my life and different things like that. But everything works out, you know? I'm just trusting that it will work out. And then number two, I wanted to tell you all, like I was saying, don't always overpromise. Don't just talk stuff. You gotta walk your talk, okay? Just let them know, hey, we have everything in place right now. We can assure you we are working towards this deal, but you know, this is life, this is housing, this is real estate. Sometimes hiccups happen. We may find something in the title search that might, you know, make us like not continue with this purchase, or the economy or something like that. I was talking to a realtor about a property he got listed, and I saw it got back on the market, and it's a very hot property, very hot area. And I was like, why did the buyer back out? And he told me that the buyer was scared because of Biden policies. He thinks the economy is going to go in the trash. So I'm like, wow. So people back out for random reasons. So I guess I could have backed out, but you know, it is what it is. And then, so make sure you under promise and over deliver. Because like when you under promise and you over deliver, people are like, wow, this person's going over and beyond what he said or what she said about helping me out and selling my property. So that's one of the mistakes I made. And of course, this channel is all about transparency, you know, being real and honest with you all. You know, I show you all the different deals. I show my HUD statements. I show different checks that I get. I actually bring you all on to the different properties I viewed. If you look at my playlist down below of my wholesale deals, and you know, I break down different deals that I closed before in the past. I go in depth, show you all proof. Some of them I actually go in the house and show you guys what I did, or like how I thought this was a deal or not. And so take a look at that playlist. And I actually bring you all on title companies at times. So if you all are interested, look at that title company Hope for Wholesaling playlist also. All right, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Be sure to like it, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.